about the 3 clothing and makeup mistakes you need to avoid. So I've been a color consultant for about 30 years, and I've seen women make a lot of mistakes with their clothing and makeup colors, and it's easy to, for it to happen. I've made all of those mistakes myself. The mistakes I've seen fall into basically 3 broad categories, and the first one is women are wearing makeup and clothing colors that are the wrong undertone. The second mistake is they're wearing colors that they're either too light or too dark, and then the third mistake is they're wearing colors that are too bright or too soft. So I'm going to start with the first one. You're wearing colors that are the wrong tone for your skin. So you'll either have what we call warm skin, in which case you'll have a yellowish or golden undertone to your skin, or you'll have cool skin, which means you have a lack of gold tones, and your skin undertone will look more bluish, have a more bluish cast to it, more of a pink cast. So my skin is gold. I have golden undertones, so I'm warm. And so what this all means is I'm going to look best in clothing and makeup that has those same golden undertones. So you'll notice I'm wearing a peach sweater, I have a warm brown shirt on, and my lipstick is a warm peachy color. So is my blush. So these colors are going to complement my natural coloring. If you have cool skin, you're going to look best in colors that do not have gold or a lot of gold tones in them. So they're going to have a more of a bluish or a pinkish kind of cast to them. And I know that's a little bit hard to visualize, so I'm going to do a couple demonstrations for you so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you some colors here that I think are going to be really helpful for you to understand this. So hopefully this works. All right, so this is a warm green. It's a kind of a yellowy golden green. The second color here is also a warm green. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, but it's also got kind of the golden tones in it. These guys usually give me a little grief. All right, now this next color, notice the blue tones here. This looks a lot more blue. It doesn't have the same golden tones as these 2 colors do. And this color also has kind of a bluer undertone. It's a little bit lighter. Nobody wants to cooperate with me today. Okay, it's a little bit lighter. Okay, so you can see in general here, you've got kind of a yellow undertone going on, and here it's kind of more of a blue undertone. So I'm going to show you what these actually look like on me. So the first color is a warm green. Okay, it brings out the gold tones in my skin and my hair. The second color, okay, is a cool green. You can see it really doesn't go with my natural coloring. A color like this, if you have warm skin, it will, well, if you're wearing the wrong tone, it's going to bring out shadowing in your skin. It will bring out redness. It'll make the circles under your eyes look darker. It'll make this down here stand out a little bit more. Okay, so you can see here, this smooths and clarifies my skin. Okay, makes me look more youthful. Yay. Okay, and here, makes me look pale, washed out. Definitely not my best look. Also, if you're wearing the wrong color, you'll end up seeing the color more than you'll end up seeing yourself. So your eyes will be drawn down to the color. So that's another indicator that it's the wrong color. The right color, visually, you'll be drawn up to your hair and eyes. So you can see right here, visually, you kind of are seeing more of my hair and eyes here. Here, you're kind of seeing more of the color. Okay, so that's hopefully a good demonstration of undertones and what they can do to your skin tone. I'm going to illustrate this concept for you with some photos because I think that's going to be really helpful. So both of these women are wearing colors that are too warm for them. They both have what we call winter coloring, which is a cool coloring. They have cool undertones in their skin. They have either a dark ash brown hair or black. So you can see these warm colors on them are not very flattering. They're bringing out yellowy tones in their skin, which is sallow. They have sallow undertones. It takes away the shine from their hair. It doesn't look as glossy. It will make them look almost kind of muddy, kind of a muddy appearance to their skin. The second woman is wearing a lipstick also that is too warm for her. And again, it has that appearance of just looking kind of muddy. So I've added a third photo here. This woman is also winter, but she's wearing the right color. So she's wearing a red that has blue undertones. Her lipstick has blue undertones. Notice how it makes her hair look real dark and glossy. Again, visually, you are drawn up to her, how beautiful she is. All that that shadowing goes away. I'm going to do one more example of this and then we'll move on. So these two women have warm tones in their skin. They have what we call autumn coloring. They are also wearing the wrong colors. The lipstick on both of these models is too cool. It has too blue of an undertone. The lipstick almost looks like it's just kind of sitting on their face. It's not really blending in. It's not really doing anything to enhance them. The red jacket on the one model is too blue of a red. So again, it's aging. It's kind of harsh looking. It's not a very natural look. Here you'll see another model who has that same warm autumn coloring, but she's wearing a nice warm kind of a terracotta lipstick. It looks very rich, it looks very natural, it looks very beautiful on her. So it blends in, it doesn't kind of like sit on her face like the cooler colors do on the other models. I've added one more photo here. This woman, again, is also in autumn. She has that warm coloring. She is wearing a beautiful shade of gold for her. It looks, again, so rich, so warm, so natural. It's very youthful. Of course, she is young, but even on someone more my age, it's going to have the same effect. In fact, probably more of an effect in just smoothing and clarifying your skin. Again, making you look more healthy, more rested, and what is not to love about that? Now I'm going to move on to the second mistake, and that is wearing clothing and makeup that is too light or too dark. So here you can see this model. She has also cool undertones in her skin, but her coloring's a little bit more fair. She has ash blonde hair. She has what we call summer coloring. She's wearing lipstick and clothing that is way too dark for her. It is harsh, it is aging. The undertones are right, they're cool undertones, but they're just too dark and too heavy for her. Compare her with the other model who is also a summer. She has a soft pastel pink. She's wearing a beautiful pastel pink lipstick to go with it. She looks very soft, very beautiful, very natural. This next model is wearing clothing and makeup colors that are just a little bit too light for her. They tend to wash her out, make her look a little bit pale. She has that stronger winter coloring. She's got the dark hair, or the dark ash brown hair. She needs colors that are a little bit deeper to complement her more dramatic coloring. Now take a look at this next model. She's also a winter, but she's wearing colors that are the right depth for her, or she's wearing clothing and lipstick that is the right depth for her. This is a cool, deep red. It is the right depth and strength for her more dramatic, deeper winter coloring, and you can see she kind of shows up more here. She doesn't look as pale as the other model, so it's important if you have this deeper coloring that you don't go too light with your clothing and makeup colors. Now we're going to move on to the third category, which is clothing and makeup colors that are too bright or too soft. This first model here is a summer. She's got cool coloring, a little bit more medium in tone than the winter. The colors that she's wearing are way too bright for her. So all you're basically seeing is her makeup and her red jacket. So she's very overoverpowered, but these colors really don't do anything for her. They just kind of overpower her. And this second model here has got it all right. She's got the softer pastel pink. It's not as bright. It's soft. It does not overpower her. It enhances her. She's got the lovely shade of pink, kind of softer pink lipstick to go with it. Well, hopefully from what I've shown you, you can see the impact that the color of the clothing and makeup that you wear really has a big impact on the way you look. If you already know your season, you're probably not making any of these mistakes. If you don't know your season coloring and you're more confused than when you first got started watching this video, have no fear. I've done a color tutorial. It's called You Don't Look Terrible, You're Just Wearing the Wrong Colors. So in there I show you 4 different tests that you can do at home that are going to help you determine what your season is. The first 3 will help you tell if you have warm or cool coloring, and then the last test, which is a lipstick test, is going to show you if you're warm, if you're an autumn or a spring, or if you're cool, if you're a winter or a summer. Once you do know your season, I recommend, and if you're not real familiar with the colors yet, I recommend that you get something like this. This is a Swatch Fan. These are the autumn colors, and it has all the autumn colors in the palette. There's one for each season. These particular ones are made by Color Me Beautiful. I like them because, well, first of all, they trained me about 30 years ago, so I trust their judgment. I worked with their products for a long time. I'm not an employee. I was an independent consultant, but I like the colors that they put in here. If you're interested, I've included a link below for you. I know I carried mine around for about a year because when I first went through my training and okay, now I know I'm in autumn, and I went out and tried to, some of the colors are pretty easy, like gold, that's pretty easy to pick out. The fluorescent lighting doesn't skew that color too much, but there were others that I couldn't tell if it was too light or if the undertone was right. So the way I recommend you use these is find something that you like, that you think is in your color, and then pull out the swatch that's closest, and if it blends, then the color is right for you. Obviously, you've seen that this was not a makeup tutorial. I didn't go into like all the fancy contouring that you can do. There are a lot of great videos that are out there that already teach you that, but if you don't get the color right, the technique is only going to take you so far, because you can have great technique and apply it all correctly. You're shadowing, you're highlighting, but if the color isn't right for your skin, you really are never going to look your best. So get the color right first, and how light it needs to be and how bright it needs to be, and then apply everything, all the great techniques that you've seen in the makeup videos, and it'll look really, really great. It'll look, again, I keep saying it, very natural, very put together, and of course, if you have your swatches, the clothing colors are all going to go together as well. If you liked this video, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you'd like to see related to clothing and makeup colors. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos that are going to go into greater detail, how to put together a wardrobe, how to combine colors, what is your best red lipstick, all kinds of fun stuff. So again, subscribe, leave me a comment, and that's it for now. Bye.